Hi Flosstube, it's Shelly KX Stitch on Instagram, and it's only stitching here on YouTube. It's August 4th, Monday, 2025. Thanks for watching, and I hope everybody's stitching up a storm and doing well. Thanks for watching, and let's see how I did on my Jolly July. I didn't work on any of my nativity projects. I was going to do those on at least do one on the 25th, which is an ongoing sale, so I'll hope to catch it starting this month on the 25th. I worked on Shepherd's Bush stocking Parker for my youngest grandson. And most of it is Parker. I'm changing the bottom to put in a train from a different chart that I did not bring over here. It's on 14 count Vintage Country Mocha. I already put his name on it, so that's folded over. This top part and this crimson are all Weeks Dye Works and DMC Pearl Cotton number 5, and it is killing my elbow to pull it through this because this is not linen as it was charted on, and I think it's easier. So I switched over to just 6-strand cotton, mostly Weeks or DMC. So I did his beard, and I filled in all the gray because the motifs were in here, and this was already done. And so I did this part, that's I think the train station, train wheels, and I also worked on the snowman. And I think I did a couple of the stars. So I got a lot done on it. It's going pretty fast, really, because the toe's just down here. So it's just the train. It's really not that much more to go. Filling in the snowman. That'll take a while. Then I worked on this Mill Hill snowman called Snowman with Cardinal. And this is for my stepmom. She picked out this kit. She thought it was cute. Making it into an ornament. And his face and his body, I think, are done except for some off-white. I think it's mostly fill-in of off-white that I have left, and also in this. There's beads that are going to go in. And then there's the eyes and the mouth are going to be in black. So I haven't done all the black yet. But most of the colors, I think, are completed. I guess there might be a little bit more red. I don't know if that's all. And it's probably beads. I think it's just mostly off-white and black. And there's back stitch on this. I don't even know what this is. Is it a different? Is that a different scarf? As I was looking at it, I'm like, well, that's really weird. And it's back stitched, which I do not enjoy. But yeah, this is getting close to being done. And I worked on Christmas Parade by Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is on, I'm pretty sure this is Be Stitch Me Dirty Chalkboard. 16 count, and it looks like this. I put in his head, his face, and the only white I had was, I think, just the very top of the white. So I did all this around here, and I did most of those stars. And I think, and I did the bottom white. Oh my gosh, it's kind of folded funny. I did the bottom white part, and I also did the gold that's on this deer. So that's as big as it's going to be. So it's not a super big one, and you know, it's a lot of white, right? But the animals are really cute. Bunny, squirrel, fox, still to go. And there's still a lot of the deer left too. And then I worked on Crochet Go-Go. Christmas in the City is what it is in English. And I'm still in the middle block with the snowman and the 2 bunnies. And I had most of the snowman done, except I filled in some of the white down here. And I put the face on the 1 bunny that I have. And then the rest of the time I just did like that green scallop and then this green scallop across the top. So that's the middle of the chart, basically, or the top, I guess the top middle. And it has little white around the scallops. But the snowman's very cute, just fussy with all that stuff on him. He's gonna have some backstitch lines, so the Christmas lights will have a wire. But this and the trees are one of my least favorite parts of that chart. So there's a lot of fun stuff to go because I really like all the buildings. This is so, she's got so many of these charts. I also have the Halloween one. I think she has all the seasons. She also has seasonal samplers that are really pretty. I like those too. So they're just huge. Let's see if it says what it is. 237 by 268. This one is Dear Santa by Prairie Schooler, 2006 limited edition. They used to sell these in kits. I'm waving because I'm doing this with Dawn, my friend Frosty X Stitch. We've done a couple of these. I think we have all of them. And this is just on a piece of like beautiful beige or something. And I think it's 16 count. And all I did on this was the green. So, and the green down here too. So I had the letters and I had his face. His face is very sweet. I really like the way the Prairie School Santas look, and I have some more in my list. Oh, I know what I did. I gave him cheeks, because this one doesn't have a cheek color that's different, because I really don't like the nose back stitching. So I'm gonna try not to use it, but I think I might have to use some of it. Or maybe I'll go over his nose and make his nose a darker tan. We'll see. And I worked a little bit on Santa Stops Here by Brenda Gervais. And for a while when my cats like sat down on my pattern, then I just picked up something else. So some of this stuff doesn't have very much done on it. This is on Pictures Plus Ancient, 16 count. And I think I just put a couple more of the bricks in. I'm using Raspberry Parfait for those bricks so far. And then I started doing the door. I know I had the window frames all done. And I think I might have also put the holly berries in because I had the red out. So that's been fun. I'm changing it to pink instead of being this tan color. So I think that's gonna be enjoyable. I'm probably not doing the border around that one. This one, I don't know if I showed you or not. This was really a 4th of July thing that I worked on. Salute to Abigail, like a billion people. I think Laurel, I'm a stitch nerd. I think she's working on this. I think she's one of the people that inspired me to get this out. Is Phoebe? I think Phoebe Moon is working on it too. So this is what it looks like. And this is charted in Thread Gatherer, which I do not have. So I had to go to the store to try and find a blue that would variegate. And so I went to the needlepoint store and I got this blue, so that's new. I think I might have only had the red done, I don't know. But I know the blue for sure is new. And this is on 16 count vellum by Picture This Plus. So it's like it's kind of, oh my gosh, the sun it's kind of this color. It's a little bit grayish. I don't know, it used to not be like that, what can I say? Then I worked on Lindy Stitches Reindeer Games, which I always think is Reindeer Ride, because it looks like they're riding. And they all have their antlers on. And I had only had the cat done before, the cat and its antlers. And so I worked on the dog this time. And that was artwork by Terry Runyon that Lindy Stitches adapted. And I started the pig. And this is just on some 18 count, like ecru or off-white or antique white or, something like that. Not dyed, not hand dyed. And then I worked on Little House Needleworks Coffee Shop, and this is part of the Hometown Holiday series. And I think I'm just doing like 4 in a row or 3 in a row or something. I'm doing this on Under the Sea Fabrics. Incoming Storm is the name of it. And so I have 1, 2, I guess I have 3 started. So there might be 4 or 5. I'm not sure how many I plan to do. And I really only had the black and the white like roof edging and the white window frame done. And so I filled in all the color. There's a coffee pot right here. It's kind of hard to see because my contrast between this color, which I think is tartan plaid, and that is not that great. And I think I might have had the outline of the building done in this ecru kind of color. And I had the tree done already. So that's gonna be fun. I realized how many of these Little House series I have because I also have Frosty Forest And I also have a mix-up one that's got Into the Forest, or say it's a different series. I'm like, oh man, I have a lot more than I thought. And I had the ABC one. Many. Then I worked on Peace and Goodwill Sampler by Chessie and Me. And this is over one down here. So instead of this alphabet, I put this up here. So that's what I've been working on is that little saying. It says, cherish peace and goodwill. It's going to say, be plenteous in mercy. And so I only had to the W of Goodwill done, so I did everything below that. And this kind of weird, I don't know what color that is, maybe Stepping Stone. It kind of blends into my fabric, which is Rain Washed by Color and Cotton, 16 count. So I like it how it's kind of neutral and gold. And the letters looked kind of like silvers and golds and maybe a dark, I guess it's a brown too, like a probably tarnished gold. So we'll see how this one is the one the cat sat on almost right away. This is Mary Beale Advent Calendar, Advent Sampler. So this is the one, it's just huge. It's got 24 squares. And I almost didn't show this because this is the Adam and Eve block, and all I did is the dark green, which is this and that. And that's it. So at least I touched it, but there's no way it's going to get done at that rate. This is not Christmas. This is by my friend Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Cozy Egg. CozyEggDesigns.com is where you can download this. And you can also buy this at the Attic. Summer's Last Crown, Henrietta Peever. It's not exclusive to the Attic, so you could ask your LNS if they could get it. Henrietta Peever. And I moved around some of the stuff, so I took this out and moved this down, and then I moved some of these motifs down this side. So I'm getting almost all of the motifs, one of them, and I changed colors. So, oh, this fabric is really pretty. This is French Vanilla Mistake by Liver Dialé, 16? Yeah, 16 count, yeah. And I had the bouquet done. And I added the blue to the bouquet. I had the red, and I think I had the red, the green, and the urn done. And I had like 1.5 of these flowers done. So this flower is an orange. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's by Color and Cotton, the orange color of the like chrysanthemum, I think is the flower. And then I added the green vine. And I feel like I messed up. I had to change the corners. But one of the corners was weird anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter that I changed the corners. Like, yeah, this corner's a lot, like it doesn't have anything right there. So it was kind of funky to begin with, and they look like they're different sizes. It's mostly even though, that border. So that's got a long way to go, but that's really fun to stitch on. And this one was Snow Friends by Luminous Fiber Arts, but I decided not to finish that side of it and just to put my younger grandson's name and the date for this year on it and make it into an ornament for him. And this is on a scrap of, this is Live and Dialé. I don't know the color name, but it was very pretty. So that's finished. Then, okay, I'm crazy. I joined Teresa Koket's Patreon so I could start the hometown sale, because every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I wish I had started that. It's fun to start when a lot of people start. And it's gonna finish up in December, so there's no way I'm gonna be caught up. So I just bought a couple of the months, because you can join and buy the past months for $1. So this is the beginning. This is number 1. And I had more done, but I did it in the wrong color. So it's just part of the tree, part of the house, and 2 birds. And this is on, I don't even think this is marked. I think this might be Wren by Pictures Plus. Oh, here comes Maggie. Maggie, you almost let me finish. There's a couple of things I finished, but I'm trying to make a Christmas quilt. She's got quite a lot of weight on her. She can make this whole thing shake. I'm trying to make a Christmas quilt, so I laid out those pieces. So I finished another stitching with a housewives ornament, and I finished 2 small Teresa Koget ones that were supposed to be like a triangle on top, triangle on the bottom, and then a rectangle in the middle. And I just did the rectangle of Santa and of Rudolph. And then I started and finished these two, Stitching with the Housewives. These came together. Kringle Cookie Co. And then the bonus was Mary. And this is all the called for on, I think this is 14 count black Ada. But oh, these are so cute. So these are gonna go in the quilt. And then I did a lot of work on this. And I think this is also Be Stitch Me. Maybe this is Dirty Chalkboard. But anyway, this is Be Stitch Me fabric. And this is Jingle Bell Cafe by Stitching with the Housewives. And I did not have much done on this. I had the white of Jingle Bell Cafe and BA done, and one of these done, and one of these a little bit outlined. And then I did the rest. So I worked on it so it could be done and put into that quilt also. And I think this is all the called for colors, except I think this is the DMC for the gingerbread boy, because I didn't want to use all of my brown sugar, which is what this is. And yeah, I think everything else is called for. And that is the called for DMC conversion to the Fancy Floss. And then I had one more finish from Oh Christmas Tree. This is a really good book. There's a lot of stuff in here that I liked. Leisure Arts publication. And I did this on Tarnish by Picture This Plus. I'm pretty high. Maybe it isn't Tarnish. Nope, it's Storm by Picture This Plus. And this is what mine turned out to look like. And I think I didn't use any of the called for colors. And this is all the same. This I shortened a little bit, and then some of these names I added in, like the Amy Grant song, Emmanuel. This is the order that she has names of God, so I just used those. And then I put on the crown and the flowers. And so the worst part of this that I didn't enjoy was this, but everything else I did. So I'll show you what that looked like originally. See if my book will open to it because I have it yet. Okay, that's the chart, so that's not going to help us very much. Oh, designed by Linda Culp Calhoun is the designer. I want to do these. But I have a nativity. I wonder if it's the same. I have a kit nativity that looks like that. And I also have a nativity from another older book like this. Okay, this is what it looked like originally. So it's still gold, green, and red. And then there's more white. I might go back and do this. See these flowers right here? So there's a flower at the top of those and the bottom. And I did not put those on because I don't know why I didn't put them on. I think I might go back and put those in because I only put 2 instead of 3, so they're supposed to be 3. I think I just was trying to get down to this. And so I'm happy that one's done or almost done. And that is it. That's all I have right here. Oh my gosh, only 19 minutes. I'm so quick. I probably got some haul. I don't even have it with me. I did order these two. I just bought this pattern online. And I'm contemplating buying another Stitching with Housewives pattern because they finally released one that had been a retreat piece, and I like that. I like it a lot better than some of the Jolly July ones from this year and last year. So I really might do that. I was telling myself I had to do this first. So we'll see. There's 2 other ornaments I might do. And then before I let myself buy another thing, because I have a lot of their patterns, because when they go on sale, I would just buy them. And so I look at them and go, did I stitch this one? Because a lot of them are, like Santa with cookies, Santa faces with cookies, I don't know. So sometimes I can't, I don't know what I stitched ready. It's been a month. You would think, all I know, like Saturday we went to a celebration of life, and so I got to see all my kids. That was very fun to see all of them. And I don't know, I don't even think we've been doing very much. Enjoying the weather, it hasn't been too bad. And I think that's about it. What have you guys been stitching? What are you stitching on now? This is Birds of a Feather, Happy Hearts, Barbara Anna's Skinny Wolf Farm, Little Deeds. Yeah, Little Deeds, Scarlet House, and that was Anna Grader. And this one that you can't see very well, that's the other Birds of a Feather. That is, what's her name? Sally Spencer. I'm like, Sarah? No, it's not Sarah. Sally Spencer. So just tell me what you've been working on. And are there any Sals that you're in? You know, the only thing I'm trying to sell is that nativity one that I'm blowing. So everybody take care. Thanks for watching.